Hey, we're back for another episode. Hope you guys have enjoyed the other ones. Probably debatable.
It's always debatable. I've enjoyed them.
I've enjoyed doing them too, really have. But this is episode number four. Wow,
Man, we're moving on down
we're
the
just
road.
before I was watching some guys the other day that had they were on episode number 100, and I was like,
Wow.
we're fixing to do number 4, and
We're still
anyway,
taking baby steps, Prentice.
yeah, but I hope we have kind of got the sound thing figured out now. We tried.
Definitely working hard on getting the equipment and having to do some rigging here, but I think we're moving along.
Yeah, we're definitely trying to get things going in the right direction.
And the sound, the microphone, if it gets any closer, it's going to actually be inside my head.
Yeah,
So
we don't want
that'll
that.
be
Yeah, that'll be
interesting.
really scary at that point. But we got some new cast of characters. We got Hoseby and Big Feet.
Haven't named him yet,
Big
actually.
Feets?
Big Feet.
Bigfoots.
The big bourbon guy.
How about
I thought we
big,
had some suggestions
big
from y'all.
bourbon bonded guy?
The big
Because today, in this version or episode number 3 or 4 of Oak and Agave, we're going to be talking about bonded bourbons. Today,
It's weird how you have to get all bound up to drink this stuff. That's kind of an odd thing, being shackled and taped with duct tape. Isn't that what it's about?
Bonded in love. Since yesterday was
Thanksgiving.
Thanks. Or Valentine's Day. I don't know.
Valentine's Day.
Yeah, yesterday was not Thanksgiving. It was Valentine's Day. Although I should be thankful for having a Valentine at this point in my life.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Me too, by the way.
Yeah. So
Not
anyway,
sure if she watches, but hi, Valentine.
Vicky Valentine. Oh, it was Vicky Valancourt.
Yeah, that was Vicky Valancourt.
Vicky Valancourt. Yeah.
But Mama said.
So we got a 10-year Henry McKenna single barrel bottled in bond. And we have actually, my kids gave this to me for my birthday or for Christmas, actually.
That's a Heaven Hill.
Heaven Hill bottled in bond, 7 years.
That's interesting, watching a dog poop. It's not telling what we're going to see while we're outside.
Yeah. Have y'all met Bella yet? If you hadn't,
Bella.
she's a good girl.
Entertainment right there. Oh, okay.
Yeah. We're sitting here talking about bourbon, and off in the distance you see a dog hunched up.
I mean, hunkered down.
Digging deep.
Looked like she was passing a peach seed.
She looked like she's looking for
another spot
to christen.
She's talking about, I got some bond for y'all over here.
I got some dog food that's bonded. Anyway, let's get back to this. So bonded bourbon. Are you familiar with the term bonded bourbon?
Yes, but it's very limited. That's why I was asking you earlier.
Well, tell me what you know. Tell me what you know about it.
I really don't know much. The first time that I heard about bonded bourbon was actually, I believe, this past summer. My pa-in-law was in town, and he's kind of a little aficionado about bourbons also. And we were at the bottle shop, and we got talking about it. And he was doing some explaining there. So why don't you take a look?
You know, I don't know a whole ton about bonded bourbon, but what I do know about it is that it is the very first government. It's so the government come in and said, "Hey,
government's always
you guys are putting all kinds of crazy stuff in bourbon." I mean, back in the day, they would take liquor and stretch it by putting horse urine,
really,
tobacco spit, all sorts of different things, discarded fluids of sorts.
Interesting.
into the whiskey, and it would give it that color. I mean, if you think about it, tobacco spit, if you put it in,
Yeah, it looks a lot
you
like
put it in a
that.
liquid, it's gonna tint the
My
liquid.
dad used to chew tobacco, and I can remember that. My brother dipped, and he had a spit tune, or he'd have a Coke bottle.
Yeah.
And I can remember those things sitting around.
Have you ever accidentally picked one up and took a swig?
Thankfully, no. Have you?
I have not either, but I have
I've heard stories
very
about it.
close family member in the house, my wife, that did that one time. Not with me. When we got together, I stopped dipping altogether.
I never could dip.
Copenhagen
I tried to dip, and it would make me so sick.
27 years.
That sounds like Tim, my brother. He dipped for quite a while.
And I stopped. I put it down one day and never picked it back up. But I did start smoking cigarettes at that time. I quit smoking cigarettes probably about 14 years ago when I had surgery. Anyway,
It cuts him open.
so we're gonna
Let's get into that.
test
awesome, by the way.
this Heaven Hill bottled in bond, and you can see I hadn't had this bottle that long, but gotten into it pretty good. It is very tasty. Yeah, I'll pour yours too.
I can pour it.
Sorry.
You're the master.
I am not
Oh yeah,
the master. Anyway, so they would the government come in and said, "Hey, you guys are not going to be putting all this stuff in these people's liquid that they are ingesting, so we're going to regulate it." And it was the very first regulated. So that's where the birth.
So the government actually stepping in and doing something good for people.
for a change. Yeah.
What happened?
Well, what's happening now?
Well,
Doge is happening now.
Boom.
And they are causing quite.
So this is 7 year.
This is a 7-year bottled in bond. To be bottled in bond, it has to be at least 4 years. It has to be 100 proof, and it has to be aged in a government bonded warehouse. Those are the requirements.
Wow.
Okay. But the reason it's aged and actually barreled in a government bonded warehouse is so the government can verify what is going into the barrel.
Okay.
And
sounds like
so that way it's not tobacco spit and horse urine.
Bringing the horses over there and pissing in this barrel.
That's what this
but I could see that because being in Kentucky, the bluegrass state, what's another big thing in Kentucky? Horse racing.
Yeah.
So I imagine there's a lot of horse urine in that area.
Bunch of
man, I'm sitting here trying to think if I had to consume horse urine or tobacco spit, I cannot make that judgment call there. Oh, you got the surprise.
Which one? Which one do you want? You want the horse urine or the tobacco spit? Yeah. I don't. Shoot me. Whatever. I'm good.
All right. I like the way this one has.
It's got long legs.
Got a good.
I think my glass is funky.
Man, you said that one time when I was like
really,
well, whatever is in here is dead now.
No,
you got some of that. Oh, you got a funky smell for real. Got that old turtle pond smell going on there. What's up with that?
It's got that old dishwasher didn't wash out all the detergent smell going on there, I believe. But
so we're fixing to taste it now.
I gotta quit smelling it. Yeah, for sure. Here
we go.
It tastes like whiskey and peroxide. I'm kidding. No, that is very tasty.
Man, I gotta say it. That hug just.
It's 100 proof.
Got a nice little hug to it.
100 proof is. That's typically where you want to kind of start and warm up your palate.
At 100 proof.
Yeah, well, or do have a little pour of maybe some Blanton's, which is like I think it's 92 proof somewhere.
Blanton's. We were talking about that.
Yeah.
I was talking with a guy over at the bottle shop the other day, and he was not a fan of Blanton's, but this guy was way up into.
Yeah, I'm not a fan of Blanton's either.
Like Master Shifu in the realm of bourbons, and this guy was amazing.
Yeah,
Mike.
I know who you're
I
talking
believe
about.
his
Yeah,
name is Mike.
Mike is very knowledgeable.
Very knowledgeable, and enjoyed talking to him. But we were talking about Blanton, and I think Blanton has kind of become a sour taste to the aficionados because of how everybody likes Blanton.
Well, it's a tater bottle. So a
They
tater,
even called the doo-doo brown bag bottle, which I have one in that bottle.
Yeah.
The other one has like the hairnet around it.
Yeah. The one that's not in the box in the back.
But I think, and I don't know if we've talked about this before, not meaning to get off on, but we do get off on these rabbit trails. John Wick. Have you watched those movies?
That's where the Blanton's.
And exactly, because that is his bourbon of choice.
Yeah, that's where.
Did I say that correctly? Bourbon of choice.
Yeah.
And
that's where.
And I wonder if that kind of made it.
The craze for Buffalo Trace really started was
with the John Wick
was
movies.
in that. Yeah.
Because on the Yellowstone, what was it? I know the Coors banquet beer.
Yeah, and they drink Buffalo Trace.
Is it Buffalo Trace?
Yeah.
And Pappy was off of what show?
I don't think Pappy was on the show.
I heard that it was. So anyway, it's interesting that a movie or a TV show can make something popular.
It really is.
Because I'm going to be honest with you,
culture,
the Coors banquet beer is sometimes hard to find. And it's, man, that's Smokey and the Bandit.
Really?
I'm not kidding you. And it's like, why can I not find? Well, you watch the, what are they called? The Suttons.
Oh yeah. You talking about
the banquet beer? I know we're on beer here.
I thought you were talking about Yellowstone.
No, Yellowstone, but that's in the beer.
Drink beer.
Yeah, it's the Coors banquet
in the Yellowstone.
And it's a good beer. Johnny from Cobra Kai drinks it.
Oh really? Cobra Kai. I watched. I binge watched when it first came back out. I binge watched probably 4 seasons of that.
Yeah, it's easy to do. They did a good job.
It was good, yeah. And I just kind of gave up on it after. I think what episode was it where the guy got tossed off of the
into the high school?
Yeah. That's when I stopped watching.
Well, it got good again. It's funny how they came back from that and fixed that.
Yeah. But anyway, so bonded bourbon. We just tasted that 7-year.
That's good stuff.
I have not opened this bottle yet for the Henry McKenna.
I'm going to kick off on something right here. Everybody's like, man, what does it taste like? And I got to be honest with you, you're definitely going to get that barrel taste and everything.
Oh, absolutely.
That oak.
Yeah, well, you have the oak influence.
Charred.
If it's been in. So yeah, it's been in a barrel. This is a single barrel bottled and bond, which means all of these can taste different because every barrel is going to taste different. But this has been in the barrel for 10 years, so it's going to absolutely pick up the barrel taste and influence from it. You want to get on this guy, or
see? I'm going back to the first episode, and man,
you don't want to shoot it.
Excuse me. The Stag. Okay, that's got to be the best that I've had so far.
Yeah.
All right. And I didn't realize it, but Prentice said, man, just took that shot to the head. And I just thought it was like, a good little pull on it. But
hey, you know what? So we're doing.
Now I'm kind of like got a nipple on it and I sip on it.
And that's good. That's why the bourbon is meant to be enjoyed, is sipped and savored.
That's a good one.
Not shot.
What's it called? Heaven Hill?
Heaven Hill 7-year bottled and bonded.
So 7 years.
It actually used to be.
It's
really
aged
hard.
7 years in the barrel.
In a barrel.
Now, was this one barrel or did they move it around?
This does not say single barrel. So this is going to be a blend of barrels, I believe.
A blend of barrels. Okay.
Yeah.
So you're going to get
a big batch of bourbon they made with this guy. So this next one we're going to taste, the Henry McKenna, is going to be.
All right, I got to take a whiff.
It's going to taste significantly different than.
Oh my goodness!
Oh yeah, it was 10 years.
Where is that?
It's 10 years.
Oh man, okay.
And
this is going to be interesting.
And it's a single barrel, like I said. Typically, single barrels are going to taste way better than a batch
because you don't have all that stuff.
You have different barrels, and you can put 2 barrels side by side with the same exact liquid in it, put the liquid in at the very same time, let it age for the exact amount of time, pour it out at the same time, and they can both taste different.
That's interesting.
Because of the barrel, of the tree. It depends on
where their tree's growing. I can see that.
Where the tree is sourced. And then it depends on how they plane the wood to make the staves. And a lot of times they age the staves outside for a certain amount of time.
That's
so I mean it's
so the whole environmental thing going on.
Absolutely. Like if they age the staves in a pile over here, and then they aged a pile over here, the rain's going to hit it differently.
Yeah.
I mean, just there's so many different factors in that. And raising the barrel. There we go. Talking about raising the barrel.
Raising the barrel.
Anyway, so let's get into this guy. This guy smells fantastic.
Man, that's dangerous smell.
I've waited.
So did you just crack that one open?
Just pulled the
crack
can off of it.
Man.
Yeah.
Can y'all smell that? Man,
there you go. You need smell-o-vision again.
Okay, clean. This is such a clean smell. Is that a good way of explaining it? Because it don't have that, like that chemistry class smell. It's just like a clean.
Yeah. I think that even cleaned the inside of my glass.
Golly, man. I've not smelled a bourbon like this yet. Why is that? What? I mean,
you know what? Maybe because we have not had a single barrel bourbon.
Okay, so see.
Actually, no, we didn't. We did. We had the Eagle Rare. The Eagle Rare was a single barrel store pick.
And this has such a good smell to it. It is so good. I'm just going to sit here and smell it. Uh-oh. So it's going to be that good. All right, here we go.
It's really good. Yeah.
Oh, wow. Man, I'm going to tell you what, dude. That competes with the Stag to me. I'm telling you.
Okay.
I'm not.
No, I get it. Yeah.
That is a good.
I want your honest opinion.
That is nice.
Yeah.
I'm telling you.
Oh,
wow.
That's good.
Okay, so what proof is it? 100 proof?
Yep.
There's no burn. There's no. Oh, that's amazing.
So, yeah.
Okay.
I kind of like the burn.
I do too, but it surprised me that it was not there. Like this was 100 proof, correct?
Yeah.
And then we go to this one, and there's not any burn whatsoever.
So any bottled and bond, all bottles and bonds are going to be 100 proof. No matter what.
Will they be more, or do they have to be 100 proof?
100 proof on the dock.
Okay. So
it won't be 99.
The Stag is 130. I keep kicking the vent. Sorry about that. We're standing today, by the way.
Standing.
We're being healthy.
On the promise.
The human body was made to move, not sit.
It was made to drink bourbon.
Yeah.
Standing.
We're moving. See, look, picking it up. Shh. I like this one.
Yeah. That's good.
So let's talk about prices here.
Oh, yeah.
So what are we looking at?
Well, both of these bourbons actually used to be.
It sounds good. So explain a short barrel.
Short barrel.
And I see that.
The way they got their name is like the barrel was probably a quarter.
It's actually
like
the volume of the barrel, not the size of the barrel.
Right.
Okay.
So the volume of the barrel, there's probably a quarter of the barrel left of the liquid in it, which is the angel share process, right? So
yeah.
When the barrel, the liquid inside the barrel.
So they have the angels and then something about the devil's cut.
The devil's cut is what soaks into the barrel. And I have not figured out the process that they use to get that liquid out of that barrel. But it's got to be some good stuff.
Some type of osmosis has to take place.
The only devil's cut that I know of is Jim Beam.
The devil's cut. And they actually have it's what it's called, right?
Yeah, it's called the devil's cut. And I've tried it before, but I don't remember it.
I have not had that.
I think that's back when I used to just mix everything with Coke,
Everything with Coke.
I'd mix Eagle Rare with Coke. I'd mix the devil's cut with Coke, whatever.
Now you learn you wasn't really drinking. You were
consuming it. You were just consuming it.
Yeah.
And